Welcome to the 8th edition of On the Fly. Originally created to help underprivileged students in South Korea, the service club British Publisher shares its plans on expanding its scope of impact to other countries. Let's learn more about how British Publisher aims to tackle the issue of educational inequality.
Bridge Publisher is a high school club. We meet on Fridays and we essentially create our own educational materials for students that don't have the time or the resources to attain them. For example, we've made textbooks and video games in the past. Last year, the library was planning to throw away a couple hundred books, but we were able to salvage them, and from that we were able to shift through the books, organize them, pile them up into different categories, and send them to different organizations that were in need of them. We also gave the books to a local church, and they were very low on supplies, and our books served as a very timely needed resource. For this year in particular, we really want to widen our audience in terms of where we give our support to. For example, last year we concentrated a lot on organizations that are connected to the school, and we just want to branch out and maybe make a difference in other places in the world.
The VEX Robotics team recently had to bear the disappointment of getting their competition cancelled. However, they plan to continue their efforts to win VEX Robotics in the future. Let's hear what our roboticists have to say.
My name is Kevin Park. I'm a junior and I'm the leader of the VEX Robotics Club. So VEX is it's a club based off of the VEX Robotics competition. And what we do is we build robots, we program, we design the robots for the competitions.
Unfortunately, our competition got cancelled, but we're still trying to find out productive ways to spend our club blocks.
We're going to still put in our hard work and effort in preparing for our future competitions.
Most of our members are willing to spend more time beyond the club block to compete in the competition.
We all stay after school 2 to 3 times a week, weeks before the competition, but during our competition season, we almost stay after school every day to make sure that we practice our robot skills, robot driving, and also prepare for our autonomous programs. I guess it is fair enough to say that most of our members in our club, they were all disappointed, and that was really heartbreaking for us as members of the club.
You could see that people were disappointed since we were working on it, and if we don't have the competition, then we were just wondering why did we make all this?
From now on, I guess we're going to continue to put our hours into preparing our future competitions. Our club members, we generally like to think and plan before we make our robots. And lots of times things don't work out as we planned it. We have to adjust to that specific circumstance, so we make a lot of trials and errors. We pull apart our robots and try to make it again.
Building it and planning it, first we have to do the research on what type of robot we're going to build based on what type of field we'll have. And once we finish the research aspect, we start planning what type of robot we want to make. And once that is finished, that's the actual building process comes in, which takes the longest since there's lots of screws and nuts and bolts. Even when the robot is finished, you still have to program the code so that it would work properly. The robot also constantly needs to have adjustments since the screws would get loose once in a while, so it does take a lot of work.
So what makes VEX Robotics special is the fact that it combines a lot of different aspects that we learn in school. So there's programming to make the robot move. We have engineering, we use a lot of math, art, everything goes into VEX. And a lot of things we do need is team building, because we need a successful whale bonding team to get people to actually work on things. And if it doesn't, then all of our other skills are technically useless. So what makes it unique is we can bring everything that we learn into this club.
Well, even if it requires a lot of work, we find it fun to make these robots, as we're not exactly told how you're supposed to make it. We're just free to do whatever we want. So we can come up with any idea we want to make, and we can just let our imaginations run wild as long as we think it would be successful in this field that we're supposed to play in. With my friends, we can discuss together, and we're making the robot while chatting. So I think it's a nice way to socialize too. It's build a cooperation, and you finally have a finished goal in mind. More ideas and more brains are better than only one person thinking alone. And the club leaders are always willing to help people when they need help with code or building or ideas. So I think VEX Robotics works well together as a team.
Tired of looking endlessly at a computer screen? Well, here's a solution for you. How about baking macarons at home?
Hello, my name is Judy In, a junior at KIS. Since we couldn't go to school for a long time, we missed Kids Rock Random Acts of Kindness Week. So I thought about it and I was like, if I can do them at school, why not at home? So as an extension of Kids Rock and to get me out of boredom, I decided to make some macarons right away. So the first step I took was to look for recipes in YouTube, and I found this delicious recipe from Sugar Tree, who is a famous Korean YouTuber. Macarons, even though it seems difficult, you just need simple ingredients. You just need egg whites, almond powder, and some sugar. If you want to have tasty macarons full of flavor and chewy on the outside, it's very important that you mix the batter very gently and softly, especially for the meringue to be fluffy. And after the batter mixing process of macaronage, you just want to pipe it into circular shapes and get it into oven 170 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Here is how it turned out, and I think it got a little bit burned on the outside, but it was anyways chewy and tasty, so I really liked it overall. So you may be surprised with the amount of cream I put right now, but I tried to pipe in a lot of cream as I could, since I was trying to get the modified version of macarons in Korea, which are called dunkarong. It means fat macarons with a lot of cream. So even though they don't look as good as the ones they sell at stores, I was quite impressed by it, because it was my first time baking it, and most importantly, my friends and family really liked it, so they made me smile, really happy. And also, you should definitely try this at home. It doesn't have to be macarons, but cakes, other pies, or any cooking or baking you want.
And now for the news and events.
With the continued coronavirus situation, school has been postponed for another 2 weeks. Hence, PTV has decided to explore some fun facts regarding this virus. Have you dropped by a nearby supermarket recently? If you have, you've probably realized that the shelves are empty due to stock shortage. So it seems like flu movies have become a reality. Most idol concerts have been cancelled, including the tour of the worldwide K-pop star BTS. However, a religious cult, Shincheonji, held responsible for spreading the virus, has mocked the group by titling their own meeting a BTS concert. This promotional flyer claimed BTS was merely an acronym for Bible Teaching Shincheonji. How ironic! TikTok has grown into a trend among bored international school students. Hence, vlogs of virtual schools and classes have gained popularity. Not to mention the new coronavirus dance challenge that has gone viral among TikTokers. Follow the instructions of the dance, and apparently, you'll be safe. Last fun fact of the episode. Did you know that people are confusing the virus with the corona beer? Statistics have demonstrated a sharp increase in Google searches of corona beer virus. It's not true, by the way. As the rates of confirmed cases seem to have been decreasing lately, the government has been actively taking measures. But please make sure to always wash your hands, keep clean, and stay healthy.
That's all for this week, and this was Sarah for On the Fly.